Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's your boy Milt, here to do another video. This time I'm doing a movie review, and it's about The Man of Steel. This movie was released in 2013, and it's directed by Zack Snyder. It stars Henry Cavill as Superman, Amy Adams as Lois Lane, Michael Shannon as Zod, Laurence Fishburne, Kevin Costner, Diane Lane, Russell Crowe. They got a lot of A-list actors to be in this movie, and that was awesome. But this movie was released in 2013, and it's the first official kickoff of the new DC Cinematic Universe. With this week of Batman v Superman coming out this Friday, I figured I'd review it. So I'll talk about the positives and negatives about this movie. First, the positives. I felt that Zack Snyder did a great job visually with this movie. It looked great. The way he shot the movie was beautiful. The colors, seeing the planet of Krypton, seeing how Earth was depicted, seeing the new Superman suit. I thought it was a beautiful, beautiful movie. I felt that Zack Snyder, made it a world that we can live in. I think that's where these superhero movies are starting to go now. That it's worlds that we can live in. They're, with Marvel, they have, New York, they have DC, they have European countries that they shoot in. So that's awesome that they do that. And I'm happy that Zack Snyder kept to that, even though it's DC. He kept that, type of, okay, we can live in this world. But the way it was beautifully shot, the cinematography was off the chain. I have nothing but great things to say about that. I felt that the action was beautiful. I love the action. I love how they saw how strong Superman was, how fast he was, how quick he can be, his powers. It was dope seeing that. I thought that Zack Snyder did a great job with just showing the Kryptonian side of things, showing how things were done on Earth. We didn't in the old Richard Donner Superman movies, we did see Jor-El and Kal-El and Krypton a little bit, but that was kind of touched on for a brief moment. In this movie, he really ties in that history, which is awesome. I thought also another positive was Henry Cavill. Henry Cavill was a perfect Superman. He's probably the best Superman since Christopher Reeves. And look, I'm a big fan of, Smallville with Tom Welling playing Clark Kent. Even though he wasn't Superman until the last, a season of Smallville. I felt that, this Superman portrayal was probably the best since Christopher Reeves. And I like the first two original Superman movies back in the day. I felt that Amy Adams, who played Lois Lane, did a wonderful job as Lois Lane. Laurence Fishburne, he played Perry White, did a great job as that. I felt all the characters were well done in this movie. I felt that, my last positive about the movie, I felt that, it was a well-told story. There really wasn't much negative about the story. I know a lot of people thought that the pacing was off. Man, I didn't think so. I thought Zack Snyder did a good job telling a nice story. The pacing was perfect. I didn't see any flaws with that. So that's pretty much my positives. Now, no film's perfect. And I think my negative would probably be, I felt that the fight scene with Zod and Superman probably went a little too long, just a little bit. That's just nitpicky, even though I enjoyed the fight. Probably a little too long, and I think a lot of people would say the same thing. I thought that my only negative too, also, I felt that the relationship was between Clark and his Earth father, played by Kevin Costner. That relationship could have been touched on. I thought, look, they could have gone in more depth. And I could be wrong. I need to watch the movie probably again and again just to probably just see that. And I just saw it recently again. But I felt that relationship needed to be touched on a little bit further. Oh, another positive. The score. Hans Zimmer did the score to this movie. Hans Zimmer is known as probably one of the best film scores in this generation. Probably him and John Williams are the best. But he did the Dark Knight Rise, or the Dark Knight trilogy with Christopher Nolan. And that score was beautiful. This one, fucking epic. Excuse my language, but this score was dope, man. From the moment, it was ruthless. It kind of reminded me of a Metallica song. Minute, relentless. That's how, the score was, especially when they fought, Zod and him fought, and when Clark fought the other Kryptonians. It was pounding all day, and I loved it, because it kept you into the fight. It kept you in the action, so those are my positives and negatives of the movie. I'm going to grade this right now. It's going to get a go see this mofo. I recommend this movie to a lot of people because it's a great Superman movie. It's not just a great Superman movie. It's a great film. I thought it was a masterpiece, honestly. Except for those nitpicky things I said, it's a masterpiece, well done superhero movie and Superman film. And I think people who aren't big comic book fans, they're they're gonna like this movie. You know, it's a good story of a son trying to reconnect with his family, trying to discover who he is. You know, it's a guy who's trying to discover who he is as an adult, and once he reaches that potential, what's he gonna do with it next? You know, and that's a lot of stories that are in movies today. You know, I think a lot of people like those type of stories. So yeah, go see this mofo. Go get it on Redbox. Go get it on Netflix. Go buy it on Blu-ray. Just as long as you see this movie, because this weekend is a second official DC Cinematic Universe movie, and it's Batman v Superman with Henry Cavill as Superman and Ben Affleck as Batman. And I will look for that review. I'm going to definitely shoot that review after I go see that movie this weekend. So there you have it, folks. My review of Man of Steel. Have you seen Man of Steel? Are you going to see Man of Steel? What do you think? Did you like it? Didn't you like it? Leave your comments down below. Like I always say, comment, like, and subscribe, people. Peace.
What up? Hey, shout it what it is. What up? Hey, shout it what it is. What up? Hey, shout it what it is. Little buddy, what you on? Some violent shit. Two-stepping, laid back, still